Hello and welcome to the Writecome.com podcast, where we help you to make money from your words. Each episode will be sharing tips, tricks, and strategies you can use to make more money from your writing, publishing, and marketing to your fans and audience. Let's get started with your host, Barry J. McDonald.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode from Writecome.com. And today's podcast episode is entitled Farting in a Jam Jar. Now, the other day I was on Twitter and I saw a story in the sidebar of the newsfeed, and it was talking about a girl who had made, I think it was 30 or it was maybe £40,000 from selling jam jars that had her farts in them. Now, it's crude and rude and disgusting as that sounds. It always amazes me how people can actually make money on the internet. You know, for a lot of us who are probably into writing and maybe internet marketing or whatever, a lot of us sometimes get too carried away with ourselves. You know, we look at what maybe the top gurus are doing and we say to ourselves, well, I need to create some piece of software, or I need to create some huge big training course, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. When you don't even need to do any of those things. You know, sometimes the smallest ideas could be maybe a great payday for you. You know, when I think back to one of my first products that done really, really well for me, it was something that I didn't even own. It was, I had created a training course on a plugin that you could install on Google Chrome. Now, the plugin was called Keywords Everywhere. And what I did was I'd simply taken that plugin and I'd simply just put 4 videos together showing how anyone could install this plugin in Chrome and how they could use that plugin to do keyword research on the Amazon store or on their on different platforms, just to find out what the search results were like for particular keywords. For example, maybe if you were interested in doing a book on maybe dog training or whatever, you could simply go to Amazon, put in dog training, and you could find out what the typical searches were per month on that topic. So what you could do before you'd even written a page of that book was you could see if there was an audience for that book before you had written it. And what I'd done, as I said, I had simply created 4 videos and I put them up for sale, and that product was really, really successful for me. It really done really well, and it was nothing complicated. It wasn't anything that I controlled, nothing that I owned. I simply just took a plugin that everybody else was probably using, and then I just used it in a different way. So that's what I want you to think about in your business today, is stop thinking complicated, is stop thinking big, and think to yourself, what is the simplest product I could make? Again, going back to that girl, like all she's simply doing or supposedly doing is farting into jam jars and then probably posting those jam jars off to happy customers. And again, too, I remember reading one time about a cosplay girl who was simply selling bottles of her used bath water. So whenever she was finished washing herself in the bath, she would just collect all that water up into bottles and then she would sell it off to our fans. So she was making money every time she washed herself. So what I want you to do is have a look at your business, and instead of thinking big, think small. What is the smallest idea or the smallest product that I can create? Now, if you're scratching your head and if you're saying, well, what can I create? I'm going to give you a great idea. If you go over to the Writecome site right now, which is Writecome, that's WRITECOME.com, I have a great free training course that is available for you to download on the site. Now, what I'm going to show you in this training course is how you can take something that you probably delete and never give much thought to, that is your bookmarks and your internet history, and I'm going to show you how you can make money from that. So if you want to create a simple, easy digital product that you can sell, that you can do whatever you want with, make money from. If you wanted to create something simple, head on over to Writecome, put your details into the opt-in box, and I will send that video course directly on to you. So as always, have a lovely day. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like more from the Writecome.com podcast, be sure to subscribe now for more tips, tricks, and ideas you can use to make more money from your words. See you in the next episode.